This is a conversation I have all the time. Someone will message me and say, "Hey Asha, we want to buy a house. Can we look at some this weekend?" And I'm like, absolutely. Then I ask, "Have you been pre-approved?" And I get, no, we just want to take a look. And I get it. You want to see what's out there. You want to get excited. You want to start imagining yourself in that new home. But here's the problem. How do you know what to look at if you don't know what you qualify for? You could walk into a beautiful $400,000 home, fall in completely in love with it, start picking out the furniture, and then find out your budget is actually closer to $300,000. Nobody wants that heartbreak. And this is where I want to clear something up. Pre-qualified and pre-approved are not necessarily the same thing. A pre-qualification is usually a preliminary look at your finances. You give the lender information about your income, debts, credit, and what you think you can afford. The lender then gives you an idea of what you might qualify for. A pre-approval generally goes further. The lender reviews your financial information and documents, and then they determine how much they're willing to lend, subject to their underwriting requirements. So if you're serious about buying, I want you getting pre-approved, not just saying, "Yay, I'm pre-qualified." Because here's another mistake I see. People say, "I'll get pre-approved once I find the house I want." Nope. You want to do that before you find the house. Because when you find the perfect home and you're ready to make an offer, you want that pre-approval already in place. And if another buyer is already pre-approved and you're not, you could lose the house before you even get a chance to compete. So before we start looking, I'm going to ask you a few questions. And don't worry, I'm not interrogating you. I'm going to ask, how much are you thinking about putting down? Do you know roughly where your credit score is? Are you already working with a lender? If you're not, that's okay. I can connect you with one. And here's another really important question. What monthly payment are you comfortable with? Because saying, "I qualify for $500,000 is very different from saying, "I want my payment to be around $2,500 a month." Because those are two completely different conversations. Income, credit, debt, down payment, interest rate, taxes, insurance, closing costs, they all matter. That's why I don't want to just put you in my car and drive around looking at 14, 20 houses. I don't want you falling in love with something that's outside of your comfort zone. That's not helping you. My job isn't just to open doors. It's to help you understand the process and get you ready to buy. And there's one more important thing you need to know. Before we start touring homes with a real estate agent, you'll need to sign a buyer broker agreement. I know that document can sound intimidating, but don't worry. I have another video that explains exactly what the buyer broker agreement is, what it means, and what you're agreeing to. So if you haven't watched that video yet, go check it out. I want you to understand the paperwork before you sign it, not after. And here's the good news. Getting pre-approved isn't usually this big, scary process. You give the lender the information they need, they review it, and you get a much better idea of what you're working with. And you can do all of this before we spend our Saturday driving around looking at 14 houses. So if you're thinking about buying, even if you're not ready today, start with the pre-approval. I'd much rather have you know your numbers before you fall in love with the kitchen. Comment pre-approval below and I'll connect you with a lender to get you started. Then we go house hunting. You're not just looking, you're buying. You're ready to buy. And by the way, I'm Asha Lahel with Keller Williams Elite Partners Realty in Claremont. I would love to assist you with your home buying process. If you have a home you're ready to list, I am your agent. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care.